Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigval Green here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to yet again do a tier list for all Injustice mobile characters. And this is going to be done on Tier List Maker, and if you disagree with me on something, that's fine, let me know in the comments. And furthermore, I will put in the pinned comment and in the description a link to the Tier List Maker of this tier list. So you'll have access to all those character artworks that I've gathered myself, and you're going to be able to make your own tier list. But please do credit my channel, maybe this video in the description of that. If you make a video about it, maybe give it a little bit of a shout out, because trust me, it's hard to get the artworks for all the damn characters, and it's hard to crop them because for some reason they are not all the same size, and then you find out that you're missing one character and it takes you 5 minutes to find the character that you're missing. So yeah, feel free to use this, but please do credit me. So we got over here a few tiers, and I've already added the first character in each tier, so we can get a better look at what we're going to pretty much have in each tier. Raven is getting her own tier, and if you disagree with anything on this tier, we can agree, except for the Raven tier. She's above anything we have currently in the game. She definitely deserves her own tier. If you disagree with this, you're wrong, objectively speaking. We're going to have the SS tier and the S tier. Those are gonna be occupied by the main raid teams. If something is not present in the top 7 teams for raids and soul raids, is not going to be present in those two tiers. Because yes, I do value far more raids and soul raids than Arena and Champions Arena. Because look, in Arena and Champions Arena, they're not very demanding mods. And the characters that you build for raids are going to be able to do well in Arena and Champions Arena as well. If we had something like a survival mode in Injustice Mobile and the rewards would be great, then Darkseid would do this. But sadly, we don't. So yeah, we're going to value the raids and stories characters far more. A tier is going to be characters that you sometimes use in raids and soul raids, but they are not in the main 7 teams. They are not a staple in the main 7 teams. And at the same time, characters that are extremely good in Arena and Champions Arena. In the B tier, we're going to have kind of characters that you can kind of drop here and there. They're going to do something for you. They're going to be somewhat useful, but at the same time, you don't have to have them. In C tier, we're going to have characters that are somewhat decent and that you can use as a new player when you start off the game, and you're going to have a lot of fun and success with, but later on the game, they're useless. D tier is going to be characters that have a little bit of something that kind of keeps them out of the absolute trash tier, and absolute trash tier speaks for itself, and we got Cheetah here leading the pack. Damn, that was an unintended pun with leading the pack. Okay, so let's go. We're going to just take them in this order, and at the same time, I will highly value support characters, because, for example, we're going to go ahead and do this, and you might be like, what? Batman Robin in SS tier? Yes, he's got a passive that is going to give Batman Ninja Catwoman lethal attack damage. And that's all her damage. Without him, she would be nothing. Literally, you're going to get far more, 10 times more damage from a Batman or Joker coupled with Batman Robin than from a Catwoman without Batman Robin. So it's gonna definitely be up there with Catwoman, and I'll value supports a lot in this video, considering in which of the top teams they are placed. Okay, so let's go. Atlantean Armor Aquaman is one of the greatest characters in the entire game for Arena and Champions Arena. He's got a lot of healing, he's got power draining, he's got himself armor pierce, he's everything you would want from an arena character, but he's useless in raids and soul raids for the most part. So he's gonna be with my boy Darkseid here, A tier. Since the introduction of the soul raid artifacts, he's gotten a little bit nerfed, because right now, if you fight in Arena and Champions Arena a team that has Heart of Darkness, that would kind of nullify his healing, but still, he's a top tier character, definitely. Ace Grenaro, I feel we will put in the S tier. I mean, himself is not that much of a great... Actually, no, let's drop it to A tier. This guy is going to be a go-to support for Phase 4 Black Manta. And he's going to be always present in that team, or at the very least used to be. So this guy is only A tier, even though he's going to be in a team that's going to be ranked much higher than himself, because he's not always present in that team. In Raids and Stories, for the most part, you're not gonna see it there. And now with the introduction of the Chaos artifacts, maybe putting a Sword of Sin on Brainiac will not make him a must-have in that team. So yes, while I said I'll put a lot of value on the supports of the top tier teams, at the same time I'll keep in mind how necessary those supports are, or if they are just a situational thing that can easily be replaced with something better. Arkham Knight Batman. So, this guy is amazing in Arena and Champions Arena and is kind of a staple in the League of Anarchy team, and the League of Anarchy's team is great, and he's gonna be a must-have in that team for raids and soul raids. But at the same time, now in soul raids, we're seeing a lot of Heartbreak Harley Quinn plus Raven without him fighting fights that are not immune to stuns. And even if you have this dude, the preference of putting him in that team is going to be fights that are still not stun resistant, because that's where you get most of your damage, and that role can be supplied by Predator Batman. So while he's in a top tier team that will be scored over here, I feel like his place is here because even though he's such a great character, he's a little bit of a situational support for that team, and if you don't have him, he can be replaced for the most part. He's gonna be a must-have for that team in league rates. So yeah, if you want to make the argument of putting him up here, then that's fine. Also, Multiverse Supergirl, because I didn't get to explain, is here and not higher, because she's at the border of the top 6 teams. It's like the 5 teams, and the 6th one, it's either Multiverse or Justice League team, depending on the situation. So she's kind of edging on the tip of the top teams. She's definitely a staple in league rates. And yeah, she's a great character overall, but I don't really feel she's at the level of the Batman Ninja team. Armored Superman is either B tier or C tier. I mean, he's a character that everybody gets for free from the achievements. He's gonna give you some defense through his passive. He's gonna have a shield. Well, I feel like he's C tier. He's gonna be a great combo builder and tank for you when you start off the game. Most likely most of you, before you get yourself a Shazam from the arena or build your Dr. Fate, this is gonna be your go-to tank for a lot of teams. But yet again, as I said with the C tier, gonna be somewhat useful to you at the start, but then you're never gonna end up using him again. A boy Trustus. Trustus is not going to be in any of the top tier teams, but at the same time, if you're missing something from a team, he's going to be the next best thing. The next best thing to be a filler for that team. He's going to give you some lethal attack chance. He's going to give you some reflective shield. He's going to give you some power steal. So I feel like B tier is going to be a fitting place. He's going to be decent to Arena in Champions Arena also. Yet again, while not a top tier character, not a staple in any of the top teams, he's just gonna be there for you to help you out if you're missing something. Now we got this Amazonian warrior Wonder Woman. Again, I always forget the name of this character, and in the best tier list you were like, you always forget it, learn it already. Guess what, I haven't. But yeah, she's got the shield. That's the only thing that's keeping... She's got the super shield, that's the only thing that's keeping her out of the trash tier. She doesn't do much, don't build her. We got over here Black Adam. So, Black Adam is going to be a poor man's damage dealer. He's gonna be the next best thing to the top 7 damage dealing teams. He's not gonna be close to them, but he's gonna be the next best thing. So it's either A tier or B tier. Like, he's not on par with Aquaman and Darkseid in Arena. They crap on him real hard in terms of arena potential, but same time he does a little bit better than them in raids and soul raids. So I feel like A tier is a fitting place for him. You could make the argument of downgrading his ass to B tier because of the unreliability of his power drain, but he's A tier in my book. Silver Bane is gonna give you some damage on your basic attacks, and at the same time he's gonna give you some crit chance. You're never gonna see this guy in a top tier team because you're going to have crit in your build, and there's other stuff that can benefit you, but at the same time, until you get to that point, or if you're missing a key character from a team, it's gonna be the actual best thing, next best thing to the best support that you can have. So I feel like B tier is also a fitting place for him. Pretty much same deal as with the Trustus. Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle does a lot of things, but nothing too useful. He's gonna gain defense, he's gonna gain lethal. He's gonna get a lot of stuff, he's got some fun gameplay. He's got a lot of tools at his disposal, but at the same time, he's not particularly useful anywhere. He can do well in Arena and Champions Arena, but you never end up building him to do that, so I feel like C tier. I mean, he's not as bad as Firestorm, but not that useful. Black Manta. S tier. SS tier. So yeah, this guy is definitely in the top 4 teams, depending on the fight that you fight. He's got some crazy synergy with Brainiac increasing his lethal attack damage through special ones. You can get some crazy damages with Black Manta, so he's definitely SS tier in my book. Amazing character. He's very hard to get, but at the same time, I don't really give a crap about how hard a character is to get when making this list, because we're talking about how good the characters are. It's not a tier list about how easy to get the characters are. So he's definitely gonna be S tier here. It struggles a bit if you don't have a close to maxed out Silver Green Lantern in fights that are not combo interruptible, but he's gonna do just fine. Blade Master Robin, he's like the poor man's combo builder. I kind of shit on this dude in the past. Like, if I made this tier list 6 months ago, I would have put him here. But on my account that I don't have 6 teams, I actually ended up using his ass in the 6th team. And honestly, his passive that starts the combo at 6 combos, from 0 straight to 6 or even higher, don't really remember, it's actually kind of useful. So I'm actually... You can make the argument of him being in the C tier, but again, I'm going to put him in the B tier actually, because you'll never use him as a combo builder if you have everything that you need. But yet again, he might be the next best thing for you in a team that if you're missing something as a combo builder. Again, if you want to make the argument of putting his ass here, I can totally vibe with that, no worries, but we're going to keep him here. Batman, a character that I don't really like, so he's got a passive that requires him to get hit by a particular type of damage to get some bonuses. The only thing that is interesting about this character is his special one, because it's a hazard that follows the enemy and blinds them. Other than that, he's kind of trash. I'm gonna put him here. It's the kind of same deal as with Beetle, can do decent in Arena and Champions Arena, but you're never gonna build him and use him for that. And yeah, you might be like, but Sigvald, he deals tons of damage with Batman Ninja Robin and Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd. I'm like, yes, so does every single Batman Ninja character, but you're never gonna do that because you're either using Batman Ninja Catwoman or maybe Batman Ninja Lord Joker. If you don't have Catwoman, you have no reason to use him in that scenario, even though he does well in that scenario, but it's not his merit over there. It's because of Robin and Catwoman. Grodd, SS tier. He's gonna be a staple in the Batman Ninja team, alongside with Catwoman, and he's gonna reduce the defense of the enemy, he's gonna reduce the attack of the enemy, he's gonna give you power generation on your lethals, which is amazing. And at the same time, he's gonna make your Batman Ninja team and himself kind of the best tanks in the game because of the reduction of attack of the enemy. He's got the super shield, he's got a way of healing himself. Yeah, definitely an SS tier character. Over here we got the Batman Ninja Harley Quinn. I'm gonna put her into B. So, herself, when you use her in a fight, she's gonna be an absolute trash character. You have no reason to ever put this thing in a team. But she gives you some passive bonuses for the Batman Ninja team while being in a roster. So she gives her the Batman Ninja team a percentage of her max health and her max attack. Health I don't really give a crap about because they don't really need it. They're gonna be fine. But that attack, she can be a decent amount. Again, it's not gonna amount to much because if it was a crap load of attack, I would just move her here. It's a small percentage of attack, it will not make a huge difference, but it's something out there passively buffing from your roster, not even being in your team, one of the best teams in the game, so I think B tier. You could make the argument of doing this, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave her here. Next, Batman Lord Joker. A tier actually, because he can be... It's the same deal as with Black Adam. He's not gonna be a top tier damage dealer, but he can be the next best thing. Obviously, you want to have yourself a Batman Ninja Catwoman on the Batman Ninja team because she does far better than Batman Ninja or Joker. But if you don't have Catwoman or her gears, or you have Catwoman but no gears, Batman Ninja or Joker can be quite an effective replacement for her. And the fact that his special tree has a decent amount of damage and costs only 4 bars of power makes him actually a reasonable option. Yet again, you can make the... If you disregard that thing and you want to be like, yeah, but everybody will have a Batman Ninja Catwoman and will eventually get gears, and that's a fair argument. You could do this. I'd be totally fine with this, but in my book, I'm gonna leave him here. Don't get me wrong, don't go comparing those characters too much. If they're in the same tier, it doesn't necessarily mean they are as good as each other. I mean, Darkseid is far better than Batman Ninja or Joker, but with the Batman Ninja team, Batman Ninja or Joker is actually going to be the second best thing to Catwoman at dealing damage. And he's gonna shit on Darkseid at dealing damage with that team. So, yeah. Brainiac, SS tier. Brainiac Sigvald? What they're talking about? SS tier with Brainiac, yeah. Brainiac has been a meme legendary character previously because he was kind of trash. Even previous to his rework, he was kind of getting too much crap, but that was kind of well-deserved because it was the only legendary character that everybody was getting from the challenge, also getting years for. So people got pissed when when they saw that he sucked ass. But after his upgrade, he's actually pretty damn decent. He can be a good support for the League of Anarchy team in league raids against phase 1. You can get some crazy amount of damage by having tons of minions spawning, and he's an amazing support for Black Manta. He's always going to be there for Black Manta. And at the same time, now we got the lethal attack damage stacking strat, where you use your special 1 to stack some lethal attack damage to give it to Manta, because it shares it to Manta. So you got a buffed up lethal attack damage Manta because of Brainiac. So yeah, definitely S tier in my book, because he buffs the crap out of Manta, and he's pretty much a must in the Black Manta team. Classic Batman, yet again, it's the same deal as with Harley. He passively buffs your Batmans just by being in your collection, but at the same time, the Batmans that are in the game are not really the best damage dealing characters, and they're tanky enough anyway. So I'm actually going to give him C tier, because yes, it's great to have him in your collection to get that little bit of boost for Batman characters, but honestly, if you don't have him, you won't notice, and he's not the greatest character himself. Captain Cold D tier. He's got something in there. He gives you some hit resistance for a team as far as I'm aware. Might be wrong on that one. He has some power slow on the special one. Look, he's got something here and there that barely keeps him out of the absolute trash tier. Collector of Worlds Superman. Oh boy, this is an interesting one. So far we have seen some gameplay of him in Raids and Soul Raids. And he sucks ass. We have seen some gameplay of him in Arena and Champions Arena. He's great. So yeah, I feel like A tier. It's kind of the same deal with Darkseid. He's gonna be here for the same reason as Darkseid. If we're to compare those two characters, I still think Darkseid is far better than him, because Darkseid will do well for you and will support your entire team from zero investment. This guy needs to be built a little bit to get going. But I feel like A tier is a decent place for him. Classic Superman. A tier. Same deal as Ace Grenaro. This dude is going to reduce the defense of the enemy using special 2s. A lot of the enemies have a lot of defense, a ton of defense in Raids and Soul Raids. So you're going to use special 2, reduce their defense, and then deal your damage with the damage dealer. This is particularly useful when fighting league raids. And against sub-bosses like Grodd, you pop this guy in, reduce the defense, and then deal your damage. At the same time, there are a lot of ways right now to bypass the defense with the Sword of Sin, with armor pierce on basic attacks, but still, he's gonna be a pretty solid support character. Again, in Arena and Champions Arena, he's not even close to Darkseid or Titan Armor Aquaman, so don't even compare him to that. But yet again, he's gonna be here, filling a niche role, same as Ace Grenaro. Dark Supergirl, I don't know, actually. Like, she's got that tagging that interrupts the special of the enemy. She's got a huge buff in terms of attack and in terms of crit chance. She got guaranteed crit chance if she interrupts the special of the enemy. But the thing is, it doesn't chain into a combo. So you're gonna knock the enemy away and then be like, oh shit, what now? And by the time you manage to engage a combo, you're most likely going to lose that buff. So, in theory, she is an amazing character. In practice, it's implemented like crap, and they fixed that with Multiverse Supergirl having a tag-in that can be chained into a combo. If they would just do a quick fix on her and implement that, that would get her here. But yeah, I feel like she's either here or here at this point. Because on paper she sounds good, but on practice she's absolute trash actually, but I'll put her here. EGL, yet again, is going to be the same deal as the Trustus. The next best thing that you are going to get to a good support, it actually has weaker buffs than Trustus, but he's a little bit of a better stand-alone character than Trustus. He can hold his own in Arena and Champions are better than Trustus, but he's going to give less effective buffs. In Rage Pain, absolute trash tier. I think he's actually the worst character in the game. Because his passive is 100% useless. But yeah, that's where he stands. EPI SS tier. It's gonna be a must-have support for both Last Laugh the Joker. And let's do some switching here and put the teams together. It's gonna be the best support character for both Last Laugh Joker and Heartbreak Harley Quinn. We got those teams who are popping, are one of the best teams in the game. And without her passive giving them dot damage on their attacks, they would be nothing. They would be shit. But yeah, she's definitely good there. So this thing, EPI, Flora EPI. Previously I kind of rated her higher because of the armor pierce on her special too, but then I realized nobody's gonna use her at all after the first stages of the game. So yeah, if you get her early from a premium chest or a hero chest, you're going to be lucky, my dude. She's great for a new player with that armor pierce on the special too. She's gonna do amazing in Reign 9 Champions Arena for you, but after that nobody really cares for her or uses her. So I'm gonna give her C tier actually. Golden Armor Wonder Woman. I'm inclined to do this shit straight away because I hate her, but let's do this. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Like, she's gonna do well in Arena, in Champions Arena, but the problem is, we got Darkseid over here, who's amazing in Arena and Champions Arena. Tall Chad, absolute legend, with 0 investment. She requires a pretty damn strong build to do a little bit less good than Darkseid. So I just feel like B tier here. Again, she solely uses in raids and soul raids for the most part. Grid, same thing. He's got a lot of tools in his arsenal. Also, I'll downgrade her. I can't really have her in the same tier with EPI, not EPI, Flora Poison Ivy, FPI, excuse me. So I'll downgrade her here. Just trust me, if you don't believe me, if you think I diss too much, Dark Supergirl, play her, and then you'll agree with me. But yeah, Grid is going to be a decent tank. He's immune to dot damage, so he can be a combo builder for phase 3, though very few people do that. He's gonna counter the Just League team in Arena, though nobody really gives a crap about that, because they are not really a threat in Arena. He has a lot of tools, but they are not particularly useful, but he's gonna be a decent tank. Heartbreaker Harley Quinn SS tier. It's gonna be a good damage there in league raids. Last Life Joker does a better job than her there, so you're going to end up using Last Life Joker more. But she's gonna require less of an intense gameplay than him, at the very least against Gorilla Grodd, so she's a solid option. You'll definitely need Arkham Knight Batman for that, sadly. So without Arkham Knight Batman, she doesn't exist in league raids. But in soul raids, she pulls some amazing damage. She can be used with Predator Batman, so you don't even have to have Arkham Knight Batman for that. Just pick fights that are not stun resistant. And boy oh boy, combo her up with Raven and you're going to get some crazy results. So definitely SS tier. She's actually pretty fun and effective in Arena and Champions Arena as well, if you're wondering. Hellboy. I feel like his place is here. Like, I have overrated him a bit in the past. He's gonna be the poorest man tank in fights that have hazards on the ground. This man is gonna heal from hazards. Anything that deals that damage and hits him is gonna instead heal him. So that's amazing. But again, that's a very situational use, and you have most optimal things to use in those scenarios. So I feel like B tier is a decent place for him. Again, I might make some changes along the way. I still don't feel great about this guy being all the way here, but again, he's gonna be a decent replacement for a combo builder, and I have to admit that. I still don't feel good about him being here. Let's just leave him here. The Horrific Scarecrow, yet again, though actually, normally I would put his ass here, because yet again, he's going to be a support character that's not the best thing for any team, but at the same time can be put in any team. But I'm actually gonna go ahead and downgrade him all the way here, because look, the thing is the following. He's going to increase the cost of the specials of the enemy. So that's gonna help you out in a fight, but at the same time, introducing this dude in a Raids or Soul Raids team, while it's gonna help you out a bit, it's gonna give you 0 additional damage, considering you played it perfectly. So that's really my problem with him. Like, in the past I would put him here and there in a raid team, but then after I got my gameplay more on par, I realized this dude actually gives me 0 additional damage value. So I definitely take Enrage Bane, even if I have max crit, if I have nothing to put. So let's just drop him here. Like, he used to be better, but now we got just many more better options. Okay, so Atlantean Armor Aquaman. I don't know, it's either A or B tier. Like, the thing is, again, we're not gonna keep in mind the phase 4 bug. There's a phase 4 glitch, not gonna talk too much about it, but Atlantean Armor Aquaman allows you to one-shot phase 4 still. We're not gonna take that into account, because that will get patched at some point, and none of your league mates really want you doing that, let's be honest. And the thing is, he's going to be a good character for the Flash plus Cyborg Just League team, that being the budget Just League team, allowing them to have armor pierce on their basic attacks. And he's able to revive a character, and that's pretty useful, but the thing is, that's not the Justice League team you'll end up with, because that's not the top tier Justice League team, really. And at the same time, in fights that don't have armor, like a lot of fights in Soul Raids, he's not gonna do anything for you. You're literally going to be better off putting Silver Bane instead of him in the Justice League team if the enemy has no armor, because he's not helping you with crap. And in League Raids where you need his armor pierce the most, you're either going to use the other Justice League team with Justice League Superman or not at all, because they kind of suck ass in League Raids nowadays. So I feel like really B tier is a far more fitting place for him. Again, guys, if you want to make the argument of doing this, not this, holy shit, this, I don't have any problems with that. But in my book, he's actually B tier right now. Justice League Batman, nah. His abilities literally don't do anything. We could do this, but nah, D tier. Like, he's got a passive that will allow the Justice League team to shield themselves against the first ability that's incoming. Basically an armored Superman passive, but for the whole team, working once per fight. Let me drink some water a little bit. But it's basically a armored Superman team, armored Superman passive, but for the whole Justice League team. But again, nobody uses that. Not even in Arena. That's not particularly useful. You better have Cyborg to deal lots of damage and Aquaman to have armor piercing. In Arena, Aquaman is pretty useful in the Justice League team if you have the Justice League Flash team. But yeah, he really doesn't do much, sadly. You can use him if you're missing some Justice League characters, but if okay, let's drop him in here. Let's give him C tier because he can be used with Flash Cyborg. You can make that argument. He's doing that, and he's not as bad as Firestorm, I guess. Let's just do that. I would personally put him here, but I know for a lot of you he's here. He's any higher than nope. But okay, that's a decent place for him. Justice League Cyborg S tier. He's gonna be a must-have support character for the Justice League team, no matter which one you're using, either Justice League Flash or the Justice League Superman team. So he is always going to be there for you. Yeah, the real problem is that those teams are not gonna make it into the SS tier. They're just not good enough to make it. It's the same thing as the Multiverse team. They're just the bottom barrel of the top 7 teams. So they kind of swap places in and out with the Multiverse team in terms of the top 6 teams. And the top 6 teams are the thing that matters the most, because you're going to usually have 6 pips in league raids, because everybody finishes the raids in 1 or 2 days, so you're using max of 2 teams. There's gonna be 6 pips every 24 hours in soul raids. So yeah, he's the next best thing to the top 5 teams, so we're just gonna leave him there. Same with Just League Superman. He's amazing in Arena and Champions Arena. And he's a great damage dealer in raids and soul raids. But again, he's the next best thing. Like in league raids, he's gonna lose the top 6 teams to Multiverse. Multiverse is gonna be the 6th best team. And in soul raids, in some of them, like the Dawn of Apocalypse, he's gonna actually do far better than the Multiverse. But in others, like Rise of Krypton, he's gonna do worse. So I feel like S tier is a good place for him. Okay, Just League Flash. Yet again, we'll put him... Actually, with Just League Flash, there's the argument to be actually made to put him a little bit higher. Because, look, listen. It's gonna be a good damage dealer with the Just League Cyborg team if you don't have Just League Superman, and he can do that. And at the same time, he's gonna be a great support character for either Black Manta with the Brainiac, or with less of Joker in League rates. I think I'm gonna give him S tier actually, because that passive of adding one more fast tech hit to your entire team is gonna be a great thing. And I don't know, nah, let's give him S tier. S tier. It's a safer place because he sometimes swaps places with Ace Grenaro in the Black Manta team, sometimes swaps places with the Silver Green Lantern in the Black Manta team, and the fact that Brainiac only stays there just proves that Brainiac is a far more essential support for Black Manta. So yeah, S tier is gonna be a good place for him. John Stewart Green Lantern, previously I would have given him this tier because he's got some armor pierce in there. He can be a support character for Phase 3. He can be somewhat of a tank for Phase 3 if you want to, but at the same time he's not the most optimal thing you can use over there, and nobody really uses his ass for that, so let's downgrade him here. Also, I think I'm gonna do this, thinking more of it. Like really, it's very rare that somebody uses Adventure or Joker as a damage dealer. As I said, as I put more characters in here and I just have more things to consideration, I might switch around some things in this list. Nightmare Batman, a solid B tier. He's great in Arena and Champions Arena, but nah, not to the dark side or to the Atlantean Armor Aquaman level. You can't make the argument that there is any world that he's as good as those two in Arena and Champions Arena, and he's just uses Raids and Soul Raids. Again, great tank, but his problem is that we don't really need tanks, we need combo builders, and he sucks at that. We don't have mods that are demanding for tanks. He's a great tank, but not to level of Darkseid. Atlantean Armor Aquaman, SS tier. Everybody's gonna get it from the League Store. Amazing character. It's gonna do amazing with zero investment. It's gonna do well when built. It's gonna do well with Raven. I don't think there's a lot of things to be said about this. So, less of Joker. This is an interesting one because previous I would have given him this tier because he used to be kind of useless in Soul Raids except for some very specific fights because he kind of needs some bodies to die because his passive is going to increase his attack when some other characters die in that specific fights. But in Raids and Soul Raids, you could in Soul Raids specifically, you don't really have that. In League Raids, he's most likely the best one at dealing damage, one-shotting with close to one-shotting without Raven or Grodd, and one-shotting easily Phase 1 Brainiac. And nowadays in League Raids, the thing is, the best team out there is going to be Raven plus Harley Quinn plus EPI. But when you're having fights that are stun resistant and you can't use that team, him plus EPI plus Raven is gonna be the next best thing. So we're actually going to put him up. He's gone up in the world since the Raven release. My boy's doing damage and I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him, and now we're going to have less conflicting opinions. Because previously when I was doing this, people were like, he's amazing in League Raids, my dude. I know, but he sucks in Soul Raids, but not anymore actually. And yeah, you might be like, oh, you're depending too much on having Raven. Well, she's one of the more accessible legendary characters actually, since you got the chance of getting her. Martian Manhunter, A tier. Like, he's gonna be a staple in the Silver Banshee team if you have maxed out artifacts. If you do have maxed out artifacts for Rise of Krypton and maybe also for the Advent of Chaos Raids, he's gonna be the best combo builder for Silver Banshee. But if you don't, Reverse Flash is still gonna be better with All Blades on Silver Banshee. Reverse Flash is still gonna be the best thing to get for Silver Banshee in terms of League Raids, no matter what artifacts you got. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. It's gonna be decent in Arena and Champions Arena also, and it's gonna be the best thing if you've already got the best things in the game to work with. And even if you don't have him, using Reverse Flash instead of him is not gonna be a terrible thing for you. But this is a pretty solid place for him, I feel like. Absolute trash. But Sigvald, she gives you more gold from the operation. Wow, great. Instead of getting 500 gold, you're going to get 600 gold, my dude. You're gonna be rich. You might as well do this, my dudes. Yeah, like people making the argument of Catwoman being useful because she gives you more gold from operations. I can't stand that argument. If you're going to put both Catwomans that do this, where's the other garbage Catwoman? Where's she? There she is. If you're going to make the argument that those two deserve a higher tier because they actually give you more gold in the operations, congrats, my dude, you're gonna be rich. If you do this for an entire year, you might end up with 20k more gold than the people who didn't. You're stonks at that point. Yeah, she's absolute trash. Batwoman, I feel like her place is here. Like, she could be an okay damage dealer. An okay, not a good one if Multiverse Armored Supergirl didn't exist. But Multiverse Armored Supergirl exists, so there's no reason to build her. She can do okay, but you'd rather not. Captain Cold gives you armor pierce resistance for your Batman Ninja team, for your Multiverse team, excuse me. And he's okay as a character, I guess. I feel like C tier is also a decent spot for him. Let's just grab this and put the Multiverse characters together here. Multiverse Supergirl is actually going to get a hard tier. Again, she's not gonna be at the level of Darkseid in terms of Arena and Champions Arena usability, but at the same time, you might not want to do that though, but at the same time, she's got a freeze on her special too. Freeze can't be resisted by anything. So anything is gonna get stunned, no matter if they got stun resistance or not. It's just gonna be called freeze. So you can just spam the crap out of that freeze and pretty much cheese arena fights that way. You might not want to do that, and even if you don't want to do that, she's a decent support for the Multiverse team while you're not in raids or soul raids. So if you don't want to do that in arena, if you don't want to do the special 2 spam, you can do this, and I totally understand. But if you want to do that, I'll drop her here. And some people use Multiverse Green Arrow alongside with the Multiverse team in Arena and Champions Arena, no problem with that, but I honestly prefer her. I feel like I'm getting far more value out of her plus Multiverse Flash and Multiverse Armored Supergirl. And talking of Multiverse Flash, there he goes. A solid S tier. He's gonna be a great combo builder for Multiverse Armored Supergirl. If you don't have her, he's gonna be a good replacement for other places that might require a combo builder in there. So overall, a very solid character. One of my favorite characters in the game, actually. I really like this dude. And he gives you crit chance and crit damage for the whole Multiverse team. And that's just amazing. You just literally don't have to put any crit chance and crit damage because they have it maxed. At least Multiverse Armored Supergirl does. But again, he's in a team that's on the bottom of the top 6 teams, and that's why he's not making it to a hard tier. But yet again, amazing character. Multiverse White Canary. I tried in the past to make arguments for her to be a little bit higher, but I can't. Though, look, I'm actually going to give her C tier because there's a strategy where you use a high level. What was it called? The Dawn of Apocalypse artifacts, the Rod of Somewhat, the one that gives you that power stole the enemy when they were trying to power drain you. You can just sit in the left corner of the map in phase 3 and then use her plus Silver Banshee and disable the enemy special traits with her. So that there's a use in that. She used to be a great damage dealer back in the day, but she's not anymore. Let's just give it C tier and move on. Mythic Wonder Woman. Look, in my eyes, Mythic Wonder Woman is pretty much doing the same thing as Golden Armor Wonder Woman. Golden Armor Wonder Woman is gonna be a little bit better, but at the same time, she's got the shield. She's got super shield. She's got armor pierce on the special one. So it's like that meme. Mom, I want Golden Armor Wonder Woman. We have Golden Armor Wonder Woman at home, and this is the Golden Armor Wonder Woman at home, and she's not much different, to be honest. If you really want Golden Armor Wonder Woman, just build Mythic Wonder Woman and be fine with it. You might be like, what, Simple, why are you saying women? Women is the right way to pronounce it. You're wrong. Check that again. Go on Google right now. Go on Google Translate and make him pronounce that. He's gonna say women. And if he doesn't, he's wrong. Now, Nightwing. I don't know. It's either C tier or B tier. I mean, this man does everything, but nothing really. He's gonna generate some power, he's gonna deal some damage, he's gonna combo build some. but at the same time, not really. I really feel like he should be close to Blue Beetle because they all, through their kits, try to give themselves a lot of bonuses, be very versatile, be the man that does everything, but they don't do anything well. There could be an argument to do this. I don't feel like. Rat or Batman? This might be a controversial thing, but I'm gonna put him here. Why? It's a combo builder for a budget League of Anarchy team. Again, using them against fights that are not stun resistant with his special 2. He's a combo builder for Silver Banshee. That's gonna make the Silver Banshee fight a lot easier. That's the easier thing, using Predator Batman. Reverse Flash does more damage, but this is the easier thing. And he can be a budget damage dealer himself, I guess. So I feel like S tier, you could do this. Wouldn't argue too much with this. But I'm just gonna put him in the S tier for now. Again, don't go ahead and build him all out, dropping all your resources into him. But he's just in so many places. He's not amazing at anything, but he's helping in so many ways other amazing characters. So I just feel like putting him here. Bro, my phone won't stop giving me notifications. It's so Power Gal. S tier is a solid one. I mean, she is a must-have support character for Silver Banshee. You will not see a Silver Banshee team without Power Girl. Well, you might see one with Dr. Fate instead, but that's just not optimal. Reduces 2 power bars. That's all she does, and that's all you need. That's an amazing passive. Definitely S tier. Again, if you're gonna compare him to her to Arkham Knight Batman, don't bother. He's overall a far better character, but still S tier. Absolute trash. Useless passive. But Sigvald, she has dot on special 1, I don't give a crap. Primal something. Chad, we're going to give him D tier just because I can. Could make the argument of this, but look, his passive actually does something. It revives his ass. Let's just do that. We could do this for the memes actually. But nah, there might be... Could do this, but there might be new players watching this, not even hearing me out and being like, holy shit, I got Primal Swamp Thing, let's go. Nah, let's just drop his ass here. Raiden would do this, but people will get mad and will be like, Sigvald, he's so great in Arena and Champions Arena. I don't give a crap because nobody builds him for that, but let's just give him B tier. His special tree splits to the entire enemy team. He can melt teams with a special tree, but again, you don't really need to do that. But let's give him B tier. Red Hood, I feel like A tier. I mean, he is a staple in the Multiverse team. In big raids and sometimes soul raids, but at the same time, I don't really feel like he's right for the S tier. Though at the same time, he can be a support for a King in Dawn of Apocalypse. He can be a support for King if you got maxed out artifacts. But yeah, let's just give him A tier. I really don't feel like he fits in the S tier. There are arguments to be made. Do this if you wanna go ahead and do this. Be my guest. But let's just give him A tier. This dude, C tier actually. He's not gonna do anything for... He's got Power Drain, but it's a silver character, so you're never gonna build him. But he's got a situationally good passive. He's going to give you a stun resistance for all the might characters in your team. And you can pair him up with Batman, Jaguar, Grodd in King and fight boss Last of Joker in Dawn of Apocalypse. So for that use alone, we'll give him C tier. If it was not for that, he would be D tier. But yeah, C tier is a good spot for him. Absolute trash, the second worst character in the entire game. Let's just order them from worst to least worst. Enrage Pain, her. I feel like those two here. Yeah, perfect so far. There we go. Silver Banshee, this is a weird one. I mean, we got over here all those damage dealers, and she's always going to be in the top 6 damage dealers. She's always going to be in the top 6 damage dealers, no matter where you go. Normal raids, Dawn of Apocalypse, Rise of Krypton, Advent of Chaos, she's always going to be in the top 6, but she's always going to be the 5th. She doesn't get remotely close to dealing as much damage in most scenarios as the other teams do. So I feel like S tier. I really feel like S tier. They just seem to be a league above her, even though she's always there. If you want to do this, be my guest. I don't mind it. I can agree with that, but it's gonna be S tier in my book. Silver Batman, actually S tier. You might be like, well, why S tier, Sigval? Because he's here in this team, like always. If you're going to use Just League Superman, there is no Just League Superman team without Silver Batman, because no, actually, yeah, let's drop him here. Actually, the thing is, I can't really. Nah, we're gonna keep. Yeah, let's drop him here. I simply can't have him in the same tier with Arkham Knight Batman. That's not fair. That's not fair. Yeah, let's pop Silver Banshee over here. There we go. That just looks better. Any character in this tier is better than Silver Banshee, but I still think she kind of makes it at the end of it. And again, this dude is great in this team. He's always used in this team because he gets buff for Batman. It could be every single Batman in the game, but by putting this dude, you're also going to get some crit chance and be able to put some more attack on him. Not gonna make a huge difference, so that's why just A tier. He's gonna do stuff on his own, but don't go ahead and build him. There are better choices. Silver Cyborg. A great tank, an amazing tank. He's going to regenerate while he's out of the fight. So yet again, amazing 49 champions arena, but nobody really gives a crap about that. And he's a silver, so you're never gonna build his ads. So I feel like C tier actually. If you want to do this again, I can understand that. You can go ahead and do that, but C tier. Dr. Fate, S tier. You might be like, why, Sigvald? Power Girl is S tier and she does the same thing. No, you are totally wrong. They do the same thing, but he reduces the defense of the enemy with a further 10%, and he's got an infinite combo with the Firebox, and that makes him far better than the Power Girl in my book. Silver Deadshot, I mean, he does something, not something great, but something that keeps him out of the absolute trash tier in my book. Speed Force Flash, same deal over here, put him with the supports here. He's gonna be the same thing as those. Not gonna be the best thing for anything, but he might be the next best thing if you're missing a key character and you're missing some fast attack chance. And again, like for example, if you build Golden Armor Wonder Woman, she's gonna do far better for you than a damn Speed Force Flash, but you have no reason to build her. Silver Grenaro, again, he's got a few things keeping him out of the D tier. Could even make the argument of giving him C tier, but again, nobody's gonna build his ass. Silver Grodd, again, he's got the shield, can do infinite combo with Firebox. There are arguments to be made to move him here, but nobody's gonna build his ass. Silver Green Lantern, though. A tier. He's gonna be a great support character for any team that you're going to use, and it's gonna be a situational support for Black Manta if you're fighting a fight that's not combo interruptible, making it actually combo interruptible because while you have the shield that his passive gives, giving you a lot of a percentage of your total health as a shield, that shield can't be, until it's broken, the enemy can't interrupt your combo, so you pretty much can combo interrupt without the enemy being combo interruptible, so that's great in my book. So I feel like A tier is a decent spot for him. Giving him S tier, it's a little bit of an overkill because he's not always there with Black Manta. Giving him B tier, it's a little bit too low, so I feel like A tier is a decent spot. Harley, she does something, keeps her out of the absolute trash tier. Shazam. Let's give him S tier. I mean, he's always with King for the most part. He's usually with King in terms of league rates. Not always. He's sometimes with King in soul rates. Not always. He gives him some attack, though that attack, when you have soul rate artifacts at high level, is not gonna matter that much. He's a very solid tank himself. Yeah, I feel like S tier. Really feel like S tier. You could make the argument to do this. You could be right. You could make the argument to be this, to do this. You're most likely wrong then. But there's an argument to be made for that. But yeah, let's just give him S tier for now. Silver Robin, same thing as with Cyborg. While Cyborg can be a great tank, this guy can be a great combo builder, but he's a silver, so you have to build him from zero. So that's something to keep in mind. And at the same time, I don't know though. Look, we're gonna drop this dude. I don't feel like he's better than Silver Robin. Silver Robin can get a crazy amount of combo, but he needs to be built, so nobody's gonna do that. But at the same time, nobody's gonna use Master Robin at the same time. So yeah, I feel this is the right thing, putting both of them in C tier. As I said, we're going to change stuff along the way. Silver Scarecrow, he does something, but it's not something good. Absolute trash, but again, we're trying to sort out the trash from worst to least worst. I don't know how to feel about this now. Let's keep him here. Soul Stealer Dr. Fate. He swaps health with the enemy while using super move. And no, if you wanna ask that in the comments, because I always get that comment, he does not apply in raids and soul raids. D tier. You could make the argument of doing this, but I don't care enough for his ass to do that. So yeah, D tier. The Suicide Squad. B tier. It's actually, they're gonna be in the same place as her. Wait, where did we lose Deadshot? Where's Deadshot? Ah, there we go. But yeah, they're gonna be amazing in Arena and Champions Arena if you build them. But there's a huge investment to get this team going, and when you get them going after a huge investment, it would literally be easier to get the Black Manta team going than them. And when you get them going, they're going to be useless in raids and soul raids, so why would you? Why would you? And some people are gonna be like, Sigval, but Enchantress can remove hazards from fights. Nobody gives a crap about that. Almost nobody uses her for that, and it's not even an optimal use, so let's just leave her at the beat here with the whole Suicide Squad team. I mean, if you have them built already, they're going to be amazing fun, but why would you? Silver Superman, same deal. Great tank if built, nobody's gonna build his ass. Silver Swamp Thing, again, let's try to sort it out. He has some healing, so I feel like here... Or maybe even... Yeah, let's put him higher for the memes. Starfire, great tank, nobody gives a crap about that. Tanks are not useful for anything in the current state of the game. If there's gonna be a survival mode, then we're gonna just do this, but there's no survival mode. Same deal. This guy's gonna give some fast attack chance, so he can definitely be used as a filler support character. Again, there's absolutely no team in the game that will require him when fully built, but until then, he can be an option. This guy does something, is not... let's just put him here. He doesn't deserve it, but let's put him here. Sub-Zero, kind of the same deal as Multiverse Supergirl. You can spam Special 2 and freeze the enemy, and this way win arena fights. He's got some niche use in soul raids, cloning the summons of Brainiac in phase 1 with the League of Anarchy team, though that's not the best for the League of Anarchy. But again, if you want to spam Special 2 and freeze your way through arena, keep him here. If you don't, you can drop him here. I don't mind it. She does something, not something great, but something. She's got the shield, so D tier. This guy's got the shield and can yeet enemies back into the fight, so and he can do an infinite combo, so I'll actually give him this. Like, it's pretty much the same thing as this dude, but at least this guy's a gold, so you're going to get some gears for free, so you might end up using him at some point in Arena or CA. Also, let's put Starfire here, because she's the same deal as Nightmare Batman, so let's give her credit for that, being amazing tanks. Reverse Flash, S tier. He's gonna do well in the Silver Banshee team. He's not gonna be always there for Silver Banshee. He might get replaced by Predator Batman. He might get replaced by Martian Manhunter, but it's gonna be a very solid combo builder. You might be like, well, Sigval, but Reverse Flash with his weird power swaps actually hurts your ass if he swaps power with the enemy at the wrong moment. Well, whose fault is it that it was the wrong moment? It's yours, not Reverse Flash's. But yeah, he's a great combo builder. 3 fast attack hits. Again, if you wanna do this, you're kinda wrong, but you can. If you wanna do this, I don't really feel he's worth it, so S tier should be a decent place for him. Unbreakable Cyborg. He actually does a few things. He's got... nah, fuck it. We're just gonna go D tier. I just hate the character too much to put him any higher. Though we put Grodd there. Sorry, Grodd, you're getting downgraded, so I don't have to promote this character. Unhinged Harley. She does something, okay? She takes control of an enemy that you kill, but if you manage to kill the enemy, you most likely don't need to take control of the enemy, and she has to do that personally. Warrior Queen Wonder, she's got the shield in an armor pierce, so I think we can make the argument of this being the case. Okay, so now, let's sort some things out. Okay, the Bad Ninja team here is together, League of Anarchy team is together, King... Yeah, this thing looks clean. Okay, so in for a moment. Over here we got ourselves Multiverse team is together, Justice League team is together. Those are supports that are going to be situationally used, all good here. Okay, here, let's go with strong arena characters. Let's go with situational supports in here. And there's Black Adam. You could make the argument of doing this actually, but let's just leave him here there. Over here we got strong arena characters. We got here some supports, situational supports, some damage dealing stuff. Let's just get this here. And some tanks and some arena characters. Yeah, that's pretty much filtered out. And lower than the B tier, I don't really give enough of a crap to filter them out. But yeah, this is the tier list. This is the all characters tier list for Injustice Mobile for the not necessarily for the year 2021, since I already made one, but yeah, that's after some changes to the game, and that's including the 2 new characters added to the game, that being Collector of Words Superman and Raven. Honestly, I could do this, but let's just leave him there. Let's leave him there for now. But yeah, all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Again, links to this thing will be down in the description, so if you want to do your own tier list, be my guest. But if you're gonna make a video about it or post somewhere, please do give credits to my humble personal tier list. And all that being said, if you like what you saw, please do like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Goodbye!